Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Monday morning. A couple things going on this morning. A week from tomorrow, so not tomorrow, Tuesday, but a week from tomorrow, the 27th, our own Colin Call and Karen Church are going to be doing their presentation on whether you should or shouldn't use the buyer-broker contract. That's going to be up at our meeting up in Albany at the Spring Hill Country Club, so for our north offices. But anybody from Eugene, if you missed their little show down here last month, you can come on up to Albany. They have great bacon, according to Pam Hopeful at the Country Club up there. So that is going on, again, a week from tomorrow. Something come up for the last quarter in our companies. So in all three of the RE/MAX offices and in Precision Funding and at Principal Property Management, we've got 5 iPads we're going to give away, iPad 2s that we're going to give away at the end of the year. So we'll have more information coming up next week on that little contest for the end of the year. But not only is the sales staff going to be able to get on maybe win an iPad, but the non-sales staff as well. So lots of iPads to give it away coming up the end of the year for the last quarter. So get revved up. And again, I'll have some more details coming up on that. I want some feedback on you on what kind of stats you would like to see weekly. Attached to this Monday morning memo, I'm providing some stats. Rowena does a great job putting out stats for us, monthly stats. But I want feedback from our agents that are out listing and selling property. Are there any other stats that you'd like the office to be putting together for you? One thing that used to drive me crazy when I was selling is individual salespeople, or they were called salespeople back then, but brokers would work on their own stats. I'd work on my own stats. The guy in the office next to me would work on their own stats, where if the company, that'd be me, got them all ready, or me and the folks that work with me, got them all ready, then we wouldn't have people out duplicating their effort and you could spend more time prospecting. So let me know if there's weekly, monthly, yearly stats, whatever, that you'd like to have, because we want to increase the amount of stats that we're going to give to people, which ties into my little quote at the end of the thing here. So, business tip. We're coming into it as unbelievable, but we're almost in October, which means the holidays are right around the corner. You run into those people, you're going to start running into listings that are listed, and when they expire, or you talk to them, they say, well, I'm going to take the house off the market for the holidays. One thing I always used to make sure I inform people when they wanted to do that around the holidays when I was selling is, while it's true statistically less houses sell in those last 2 months of the year, November and December, because of the holidays. And a lot of people don't want their house on the market during the holidays because it's a hassle, yada, yada. But the thing to keep in mind is any showings you do get during those couple months, they're typically really good qualified buyers, because people aren't typically out just kicking tires on Christmas Eve. So encourage your folks, leave those properties on the market if they're priced right. If they're not priced right, get them off the market now. Leave those properties on the market because you're going to have less showings and less activity, but you've got more serious buyers out there. So it's a great time for somebody that really wants to sell their house to actually keep it on the market. Also, with interest rates plummeting like they have been, this may not be, hopefully, it's not a typical winter in that we may see a little bit of a surge. We've actually seen our pending activity pick up significantly just in the last 3 weeks. So keep that in mind. Also, if you've got folks that you sold the house to a while ago that are on your sphere list that might have some equity, I realize there's a lot that don't, or people that might even be free and clear, relatives, people on your sphere, talk to them about maybe refinancing their property, taking some cash out. And I'm not talking about finance it to 100%, but take some cash out and go buy a rental property. Right now, non-owner occupied investment properties, those rates are still below 5, in the 5 range for that. So it's a great time to pick up an investment property, you personally or your sphere. So keep that in mind to generate and put buyers in the market that are in your sphere that may not be on there now. Birthdays. Today is Ann Morgan's birthday up in Corvallis. Happy birthday, Ann. And Wednesday, Jim Prentice here in Eugene celebrating his birthday. And Gary Reyes and Tiffany Baggy both have birthdays on Thursday. I know Tiffany's a lot older than Gary, so it was several years earlier, but happy birthday to Tiffany and Gary on Thursday. The talking point of the week. Many receive advice, but only the wise profit from it. And so I think about the stats that we send out. We spend a lot of time getting those stats ready to go out. And I know this is going to be shocking, but I know not all the agents use those stats. That is good information to forward to your buyers and sellers, whether it be in a newsletter, whether simply just forward an email that costs you nothing. It makes you look smart, which you are, and up on the market. So take advantage of that information and make sure to pass it on and prosper from that quote advice. That's what I got this week. Have a great week and look forward to giving you details next week on the iPad 2 giveaway.